Okay, hey everybody, I want to do just a super quick video because I'm making a little early dinner. You hear that noise in the background, that's my husband making zucchini. He doesn't actually want to be on the camera, but maybe I'll get him on there after all. He's sauteing some zucchini for us. We try and eat kind of whole foods when we can. So, yeah, I'm pampered chef head to foot, even my feet. Got my pampered chef shoes on. Anyway, I'm going to heat up something I made yesterday because I had time to do it. I took a couple really big chicken breasts and I cut them in half. And I used our coating trays. This is a set of 3 trays that all, this is kind of cool because they all kind of snap together like this so that when you're using them they don't come apart. It's a little bit nicer than 3 plates. And I put flour in the first one and egg and milk in the second one, and panko, Parmesan cheese, and Italian seasoning in the third one. So I dredged it in the flour, put it in the egg, put it in the panko, and then I put them on the trays of our deluxe air fryer. Now those are already cooked, and you can see, I'm going to tell you little things I've learned so far. Not that I didn't know this, but I wasn't paying attention. I put them on my trays in my air fryer. We have 2 trays in our air fryer, which makes it really unique, and you can fit way more food in here than the traditional basket kind. And I put them in here and I put them on air fry for whatever the recipe said. The recipe's actually in the air fryer guide, which of course comes with your air fryer, just like our cooking blender and our quick cooker. But what I was making was the chicken parmesan recipe, and you're supposed to serve it with pasta with a piece of mozzarella over the top, which I probably will do the mozzarella. Ooh, maybe I can get my husband to get that ball of mozzarella out of the refrigerator for me, because I can show you a tool that I'm going to use it with. And I put it on air fry for, it's at 18 minutes. So, the reason one of mine is way browner on the top than the other is because I didn't flip my trays around. And it will actually, it makes it so easy, I simply didn't do what it told me to do. I'm going to put this one on reheat. So I'm just going to turn, so this is air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie, reheat, and dehydrate. He did some of these, I guess I made these 2 days ago, because he did some yesterday and said it took him about 7 minutes. So I'm going to increase my time to 7 minutes, and I'm going to hit start, and it's going to reheat them for me in 7 minutes. I couldn't even get my oven preheated to 350 in 7 minutes. So that's one of the things that's great about an air fryer is basically it's a tiny convection oven for your kitchen that you can sit on top of the countertop. I know a lot of people right off the bat are going, I don't have this much countertop. I get it, but if this is something that you think you might use a lot, it would probably be worth it. Even if you had to store it in the pantry or something, if you can find a place for it to live, you will literally use it all the time. I can't believe how much you've used it. So I got to actually test this product, so they sent me one way ahead of time. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't really eat French fries. I don't make these things at home. I'll eat them at a restaurant. French fries or onion rings or cheese sticks or pizza rolls or all of those things that people deep fry and that they buy an air fryer because they want to eat those things and not deep fry them. Well, we don't really eat that way. So it was a little struggle for me getting going on things that we could do, but I've done just chicken breasts in there that were amazing. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a pork tenderloin on the rotisserie thing, which I've done now 3 times. It's amazing. I've done a whole chicken in there. I'm going to be honest, if you live anywhere near a Sam's or a Costco and you have a membership, you're probably never going to do a chicken in there because you can buy it for $4.98 and you can't really buy a chicken for $4.98. And by the time you string them up and skewer them and cook them, you might as well just buy one at Sam's. If you don't live anywhere near a Sam's, it was amazing tasting. It was really, really good. So it basically is just like a Sam's rotisserie chicken, and you can season it however you want. I did fresh veggies. I've done those a bunch of times. I've done green beans, I've done asparagus, I've done mushrooms. And again, so much faster than heating up your oven and doing roasted veggies in the oven. So that's one thing I really love about it. I was actually doing sweet potatoes out on my grill and I ran out of gas. And instead of I didn't want to finish them in the microwave because they truly just do have a different texture from the oven, and they were already kind of half done from the grill. So put them in there, 5 minutes. Again, it was at 400 degrees in a minute. That's the cool thing about an air fryer, and I kind of wish they wouldn't call it an air fryer because you immediately think about fried foods, which you don't have to ever do anything like that if you don't want to. I put the sweet potatoes in there on the racks, and they finished them up in like 5 minutes. So you do baked potatoes. I'm trying to think of other things that we've done. I did some tofu, some like panko crusted tofu, and didn't turn out great, being honest. There, cauliflower was. I thought it was amazing. My husband doesn't really like cauliflower, but I marinated it in Trader Joe's like a sweet chili sauce, and then I rolled them in panko, and I think it was just panko and maybe a little bit of cornstarch. Okay, did you hear that little beep beep beep? That's telling me if I have 2 trays of things to switch them. I only have 1 tray, so I don't need to, but that's the step I didn't do. That's why the top one was way browner than the bottom one. So it tells you halfway through if you want to switch your trays around to do it. So I think that's a very cool feature. It does have a light if you kind of want to check in on it, while you're looking. I could actually move that to the bottom rack now, but I don't think it's super necessary. Ours comes with a rotating basket, which is really cool. So for French fries, a lot of things, you can throw in there, and so it just slowly rotates it, much slower than I'm doing it. Slowly rotates it, and then we have this special little tool to take it out of the air fryer, which is also kind of cool. Because this is hot. A couple of things I've learned, and I don't know if it shows this in the video that I'm posting from Pampered Chef, but you got to get this side in first, and so it kind of goes in and down, and then you can put the other side in, just a little thing. And then this is the rotisserie piece, and I'm going to do the pork tenderloin on this, so if you tune in, I'll post that video as well. It's pretty easy to use, but I mean, you're still dealing with slippery meat and all that, but these little guys just come off, and then it helps you skewer it in there, and then he sits on the rotisserie the same way the basket does. So that's just a pretty cool thing. So I thought what I would do really quick, which I didn't think of ahead of time, so I'm going to pop off camera here for a second, and maybe I'll just use this cutting board that my husband used for the zucchini. Love our cutting boards. Okay, is a mozzarella cheese ball. And if you've ever bought these fresh mozzarella, my lighting's not so great, they are not fun to slice up, especially if you want it to look at all even. Now my husband's going to tell me he doesn't care if I put the cheese on it, but once I put the cheese on it, he's going to want the cheese. If I cut up the cheese, he's going to say, yeah, put it on there, because I'll tell you what, there's something about this cheese in a salad or on anything. But they are not fun to cut up because it's squishy and all that. So the quick slice is great for this. So I don't know if you've seen me use the quick slice at a party. Love this thing. So it does have a protective cover. Everything we sell that's sharp has a protective cover, and I love that. So this actually goes on the bottom so that if you were to try and pick it up, out of your drawer like this, you wouldn't actually get your fingers on the blades. The blades look down in here like this. That smells amazing. I'm going to peek at them. One guy, can I have well, never mind. This is one of our new products. These are our new, I'm not even sure what they call these, but they're bigger than our microwave grips. I'll figure out the name. I really want to paint little eyes and teeth on here. But we can move these down a little bit. So I don't want him to get too down. And I should have, I'll just move him back up there. Okay, and then we're going to slide him down so that way he maybe won't get overly brown. And close them up. Okay, so I'm going to put the mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to go down like that. It's going to squish it a little, but then I'm going to put it on here. Finish slicing it, and look at that, perfectly. I'm trying to figure out how to get my light better, but perfectly evenly sliced pieces of the mozzarella. So. Yeah, I'm just not a super big Facebook video person. I'm going to have to get better at this. So we'll just put a slice of that on there. Okay. And, I actually hit the start thing. Got to hit start again, otherwise it just runs for a minute. So he's going to finish up, and then I'm going to put a couple pieces of cheese on there and put it back in just for maybe a minute to get that cheese all melted. We're going to have some zucchini with it, and I threw a couple ears of sweet corn in the microwave that I used for a different recipe. And I'll be back with lots of other fun videos from our new products, but I wanted you to see him a little bit in action. So thanks.